Watch the mechanical precision of this automated loom. The modern tech industry operates on a very similar principle. Software engineering is increasingly focused on relentless efficiency and hyper-optimized automation, creating digital architectures so dense they require human code janitors simply to keep them running. But as artificial intelligence and automation scale up, a paradox emerges. The ability to process data is becoming cheap and abundant. The traits that make us uniquely human, our intuition, empathy, and ethical reasoning, are becoming rare and highly necessary. Here on the University of Illinois campus, Dulf decided to navigate this exact tension. By pursuing a dual major in information science and data science, he positioned himself right on the fault line between pure computational logic and real-world human application. Modern data science is exceptionally good at scaling computational power. Yet, by prioritizing output above all else, the industry is failing to cultivate the human beings sitting behind the screen. Between the summer of 2022 and the fall of 2023, Dulf built a demanding schedule. He balanced humanities work, playing violin with the Alini strings, while aggressively entering the corporate sector as an operations intern and project manager at the Ameren Innovation Center. His work at Ameren quickly deepened in technical complexity. He moved past learning theoretical concepts in a classroom and started engineering live, predictive models for tracking workforce retirement and attrition across the company. He utilized random forest and cat boost algorithms in Python. Branching decision trees sort through massive clouds of multivariable information to find reliable patterns. Dulf then funneled these outputs into automated ETL pipelines, extracting and transforming raw data into a clean format for API integrations. On paper, Dulf was succeeding. He was mastering the hyper-competitive American tech grind, building a formidable resume of technical optimization and corporate efficiency. But an architecture built entirely around efficiency carries a hidden risk. When a technical system is designed to scale infinitely, the human operator required to maintain it is pushed to an unsustainable breaking point. Look at the serene landscape surrounding the Alhambra in Spain. Dulf studied abroad here, adapting to a culture that prioritizes a slower, highly relational pace of life. Returning from this environment to the intense American tech sector in the summer of 2024 caused a jarring psychological collision. The pressure of constant optimized productivity caused his system to fail. The night before his junior year began, Dulf experienced a massive mental health crisis. Debilitating, near-daily panic attacks forced a complete halt to his established academic and professional trajectory. During the winter of 2024, Dulf had to rebuild. He stripped away his reliance on constant output and resume building, engaging in a grueling process of mental and emotional rehabilitation. A server can run 24 hours a day without degrading. A human life crashes when optimized purely for output without periods of rest and maintenance. Through this recovery, Dulf recalibrated his ideology. He chose to anchor his identity and self-worth entirely in his faith and his humanity, rather than his coding output. This shift triggered a definitive academic pivot. He officially abandoned his plans for a computer science minor, realizing his goals aligned with the socio-technical governance of data, rather than the raw, unyielding logic of pure programming. He began viewing his role as a data gardener. To ensure a system grows sustainably, an engineer must know exactly what toxic or unnecessary optimization to prune and cut away. To put this into practice, Dulf left his corporate role at Ameren and traveled to the streets in Cuba. He spent his time translating for local communities and installing water filters, prioritizing tangible human service over corporate capability. Data mastery requires asking a different set of questions. Instead of asking how fast a system can run, the architect must ask how the system serves the people living within it. Dulf returned to the tech space on his own terms in 2025. He took a role in student success and inclusion, upskilling himself in Tableau to translate raw Python manipulation into clear, accessible visual storytelling. In this diagram, you can see his new operational methodology at work. Moving away from blind optimization, Dulf executed algorithmic fairness audits using tools like SHAP and LIME, programs designed to look inside the black box of AI, actively filtering out skewed variables to test for bias. He then mapped those audited neutral variables directly against strict real-world privacy constraints, ensuring the data architecture complied with frameworks like the European Union's GDPR. As this illustration of an AI balancing an ethics manual shows, ethical technology relies on a deliberate harmony between logic and human rights. A system's success is defined by how well it honors the people it was built for, rather than its raw mathematical accuracy. Approaching graduation in the spring of 2026, Dulf faced a critical divergence. He received an offer for a prestigious Master of Science in Business Analytics, but he turned it down. The program's heavy focus on corporate optimization violated the ethical framework he had painstakingly built. Instead, he decided to enter the workforce directly to practice real-world stewardship as a data conductor, with plans to eventually pursue a master's in library and information science. Dulf's career trajectory offers a concrete alternative to the industry standard. Instead of acting as a code janitor, sweeping up the fallout of hyper-optimized automation, he operates as a steward of the data itself. The ultimate goal of technology should not be unchecked computational power. We must architect systems that scale in perfect harmony with human dignity.